Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
This podcast contains strong language and discussions about relationships, sex, and love. It may not be suitable for younger listeners. This is the Can't Keep My Mouth Shut podcast, and I am Nixalina. Hi, it's Nixalina. Welcome back to another episode of me. I Can't Keep My Mouth Shut. And today, we're talking about dating after 30. What changes, what improves, what's challenging. Oh, damn. Let me tell you, dating after 30, it hits different. Ladies and gentlemen, it hits different. In your 20s, dating is like an endless buffet. Eat whatever you want. Oh, that was awful. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to go there. I did not mean to go there. That's disgusting. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I got an endless buffet as an analogy. Yeah, there's lots of options. You can pick and choose whatever you put on your plate. A lot of chaos, a lot of emotional drama. Everyone's pretty attractive, and you have no timeline, no sense and sensibility, and you're just swaying and vibing with whoever you meet out, whoever you meet on apps, and yeah, buffet. In your 30s, okay, it's like a tasting menu. Smaller portions, less options, but higher quality. It sounds like it's worse or better. It's kind of both. We'll get to that later. But the good thing is when you hit dating after your 30s, you kind of learn to know what you want. Okay, so buckle in. We're going to break it down. The changes, the perks, and the real challenges of dating in your 30s. Point 1. What changes when you're 30 plus? Everything, you motherfuckers. Oh, God. It's not just your body clock ticking. It's everything. No, it's not all bad, I promise you. Your dating life does actually evolve. I got to be honest. I'd say let's look at 5 core things that changes when you're dating in your 30s, okay? So the first point, standards sharpen. You're less tolerant of bullshit. Yes. Nixalina in her 20s had no fucking clue. I didn't even know what fucking cluster B personalities were. I was just dating them all. I went through 2 years of modelising, where I only dated hot London models. Don't regret those. Those were some fucking great years. But was it stable? Was I treated like a princess? No, of course I'm not. He's a London model. He's having all of us. And fair play to him. You know, when you look like Brad Pitt, fair play. But your standards sharpen, you're less tolerant of bullshit, and if a man isn't showing up consistently, you notice. If he's cheating, you notice. If he's lying, if he's flaky, if he's disrespectful, if he's emotionally unavailable, you notice. And then you say, next. Point 2, clarity in what you want. You've lived, you've learned, you've failed. And now you know the traits you will and you won't accept. Love that for us. The clarity, the life experience is fucking great. And it ties into point 3, emotional maturity. You can now handle conflict without losing your ever fucking mind. You can communicate your needs clearly. You can set boundaries. You're way more present for who you are. The woman you have become is fucking badass because you had no choice. You had to live through what you lived through. You've grown up. natural cycle of a human being is to grow up unless you're a Peter Pan style. There's loads of those out there still. I don't think it's ever going to grow up till the grave. But generally, people mature and settle down, and all the parts of their personality that was probably quite unchecked in their 20s is now checked in their 30s. Point 4. Less patience for motherfucking games. You're done with chasing men who aren't showing up. The end. Life is too short. Honestly, too fucking short. And point 5, you have more confidence in yourself. You're more comfortable in your own skin, and that confidence attracts better men. I'm telling you right now, even sex in your 30s, 10 times better than sex in your 20s. Which is why when people are like, would you go back in time? No. God, no. I loved the wildling that Nixalina was in her 20s. You think I'm a wildling now? Fucking imagine me in London in my mid-20s. I was a tornado and it was glorious, but man, it wasn't stable. She was a firecracker. I do not miss her. I like who I am now. So in short, when you're in your 30s, you are dating with intention, not impulse. Okay? Not impulse. 20-year-old Nix, impulsive as fuck. Mid-30s Nix, so grounded, so intentional, across my whole life, career, friendships, and men. So the next section we move on to is how men are different in their 30s. Let's talk about the men you're dating, because they are different too. Or are they? Are they all still lying, cheating, fucking cunts? I sound like I hate all men. I do. No, I don't. I'm kidding. Men are also different, right? Some are actually emotionally mature and ready, finally capable of real intimacy. They've grown the fuck up too. Hallelujah. Some are still Peter Pans floating through life, not ready to grow up. But that's not about their age. That's the personality archetype, right? They will still be having midlife crisis and affairs at 50, at 60. That's who they are. Right? But the standard man, he's the same as you. He's got it all out of his system in his 20s. He's lived through some shit. He's had some heartbreak, blah, blah, blah. He's now emotionally mature and ready to meet you where you deserve. Some men are newly divorced, discovering themselves again. That is exhausting. I know the same goes for women as well. Some men are newly divorced and, or not even newly, so they were divorced years ago and they've worked through their first marriage and they're now ready. They're now ready for their long-lasting love, you know? This could be a good thing. And some are healed and self-aware, but they are cautious and selective. We like those types. Those types don't go out and try and flirt with anything with a vagina. They know what they want. They know what they deserve. They know what they bring to the table. They don't have to be overly confident or charismatic to command the room. Oh, I love a healed, healthy, emotional man. They're sexy as fuck. Ugh. Yeah, basically. In this dating pool in your 30s, you can kind of separate the men who are available, like the one I just spoke about, versus the ones who aren't. The ones who aren't can go suck a dick. Moving on to the next section. Why I believe dating after 30 is actually better. Yes, I have some good news for you. I think dating after 30 is way better than in your chaotic 20s. For me, as an example, more confident, right? You learn to know what you deserve and you're less likely to settle. I notice behavioural shifts now, like immediately. Someone can lie to my face, like, and I'll go, and I'll bring it up a week later, bring it up, and he'll go, can you just drop it? I told you nothing happened. I told you nothing happened. And I think to myself, I ain't buying this. I want to buy it. I want to believe he was faithful to me, but there's something in me. I'm telling you. And then what I'd end up doing, it's the same old story on repeat. I read the phone one day because the gut instinct goes, Nix, read that fucking phone. And I find out I was right all along. These cycles of men, for me personally, is getting shorter and shorter. The bullshit barometer. Now that I like. That is a good saying. Yeah, bullshit barometer. It goes off a lot earlier. So you know what you deserve. You won't settle for less. You're more confident. You spot red flags much quicker, which means you don't waste months on a man who is so wrong for you. You don't get embroiled in their bullshit. And you communicate better, right? You can now articulate your own needs without drama, which means you then can see men who cannot communicate, men who have avoidant types, men who are narcissistic, men who are sociopathic, men who just pathological liars. Maybe they don't have anything else going wrong with them except they lie like it's a reflex. With your sharper communication, it's easier to spot those that cannot meet you at your level. You value now consistency, and you go for quality over quantity. You know that reliable actions matter way more than empty promises, and you are now no longer swiping endlessly for dopamine hits. It's probably why I did one recently, right, about meaningless sex. Could think of nothing worse. This is probably why. Because I don't need validation anymore. I don't need it. I don't need to go, oh yeah, I fucked a different guy every night this week. Ew. For me now, ick. No. That screams I'm unhealed. I've got a fucking wound. I need fucking therapy. If that was my life that I thought was super cool, going out boozing, doing all the whatever under the sun, taking a different person home every night, nah. Nah. You are no longer doing this. You don't need the fucking 5 date nights a week for your dopamine because you're sorted, you're grounded, you're healed. Fuck that. So basically, I guess to sum up, your growth, who you are, all the shit that used to impress you in your 20s now doesn't impress you. Now you expect effort, clarity, and emotional availability. And I guess that comes with age, right? Because, especially if you want kids, I'm not sold on kids. So my body clock is not ticking the way I guess others would. But you don't have the fucking time anymore. I'm exhausted. I've been in and out of relationships my whole life. So if you're single in your 30s, you've probably been the same. I just want to find the one. The end. Everyone else can fuck off. Don't waste my time. And also, I don't have time to waste. God, if you're a career girl like I am, you get it. I'll say you're now a newly single mum of 2, as an example. You don't have the time. You're raising the kids. You're trying to work. You're trying to sort out your parents. You don't. Who has the time for these fucking idiots? We don't. We're in our 30s. Move the fuck along. And then the next section, I guess I've got to do this, is the challenges of dating after 30. Because I know I've just sold it as life is incredible. But of course, it's not all roses. It's not all rainbows and roses, which is fucking annoying. So there are, I would say, 5 unique challenges I've personally thought about and highlighted. So this is what I think the main challenges are. If you have any more or any less, or you disagree, of course, let me know. I'd say challenge 1, there's a smaller dating pool. That's it really, isn't it? Oh, and in Singapore, don't get me fucking started. Do not get me started about the dating pool in Singapore. Although I have girlfriends in New York, I have girlfriends in Copenhagen and in London and in Dubai. And it seems to be the same narrative, right? So I wouldn't say Singapore is the problem. I think it might just be that is it now. But there are people in the dating pool feels smaller, also because of your age range, right? So people are thus more established, which means they're less flexible, which means they're more selective. It's a fucking problem. In your 20s, it just feels like you go out and there's a different option every night, whereas 30s, no, smaller. Less to choose from. It's fucking annoying. Challenge 2, more baggage. His and yours. Okay, trauma queen. Previous relationships, failed marriages, emotional scars, divorces, children, joint business ventures, repeat betrayal, trust issues. Everyone is now coming to the table with baggage. Okay? That sucks. But also it makes you who you are. I don't regret mine. There's a few things I regret. It would be nice not to have been cheated on by every guy that I've ever loved. That would have been nice, but, it makes you who you are, right? But everyone has baggage. And you have to really then sift through what you are willing to accept from the other person. Challenge 3, sad one, guarded hearts. People are so much more cautious, so a connection takes a lot longer to build, and I get it. I go quite insular after I've been really hurt. Say I've loved someone, say I met someone and I loved him with such an open heart, like I let him in stupidly fast and I believed I'd found something amazingly special and then he blows it to the ground. I then go really insular. I'm so guarded. And what will happen is I'll meet men and I go, I just can't give you what you want. Because they want the version of me that showed up for my ex. And I'm like, I can't. And then I bail out. Not because I want to save them more heartache. Just because I got hurt by what he did to me doesn't mean I then can go and hurt someone else. Do you know what I mean? So I get the guarded hearts thing because I'm really, even now, I'm very insular. I'm not my normal self when I date. And I don't know when she'll come back. It's just, you put your hand in a flame on repeat, put it back, take it out, put it back, forget what the burn feels like, put it back, burn, take it out. There's only so many times you're going to stick your hand in the fucking flame where you go, oh, every time I do that, it fucking hurts. My hand is better off not in the flame. Yes, there's no fire and heat and that, but at least you're not in pain. Savvy? I do love an analogy, don't I? Challenge 4. Established routines. The man you're dating and the women, they have a life, a job, a friend group, hobbies. Everyone already has their life sorted out. There's routines, there's everything going on. And you have to make an effort to integrate to each other's lives. You bring a friendship group, he brings a friendship group. You have a lifestyle, he has a lifestyle. You have to work hard as fuck to weave that together because it's already established in your 20s. You're kind of all a bit wee. So you build that routine together. Here, you've already got it. And then you have to, weave it in like a little jigsaw puzzle. Challenge 5. The pressure to settle. Fuck that. You already know my stance, but I'm talking about it anyway because it exists. Society and your own internal body clock, I know, I've been there, pressure you to make choices faster. Pressure you to settle. Oh, are you in your late 30s and single? You must be the problem. No. And I always say this. If I married the man I was with for 5 years, I'd be divorced by now. If I married the man I was going to marry and engaged to, I'd be divorced by now. I was engaged at 21. If I married him, I'd have been divorced before I'm 30. All I've done is miss my first divorce. That is fact, friends. It just is. Does not make me the problem. It means I have a very high emotional intelligence and my intuition and my hypersensitivity just kicks in. It's fucking bizarre and I'll never quite understand the triggers, but it kicks in and I get out when I realise the person I'm with is not the person I thought they were. And I love that for me. That's great. But that's why I'm single, because I don't tolerate bullshit. That's it. I don't tolerate your bullshit. And if you're cheating on me, I can tell. Even if I don't have proof, I can just tell. And then I'll find the proof. And then I'm like, I've been told I'm crazy and I've not accept it, move on. Why the fuck, really horrible shit because I'm like, no, No. They're trying to mask their lies, obviously, and like, you're the problem, and then I'll find more evidence than I ever thought possible that I was right all along. So there you go. Oh, I've come off on a tangent again, haven't I? Pressure to settle. It's my final challenge. I don't buy it, but I know that it exists. You know me. I don't have any pressure to do anything. But I also don't have a body clock ticking. I did at one point consider children. At this point, I can take it or leave it. So there we go. So the next section. Here are my tips, right? I guess we'll end on this. Here are my tips for winning at dating in your 30s. It should not be winning or losing. I know that. That's probably not the right word. Tips for dating in your 30s that you're gonna fucking love. Tips for dating in your 30s that can make us all a lot happier, a lot brighter, and a lot more loved. I have 6 tips, right? Because I want you to thrive instead of just survive in your mid-30s dating world. Meet me, would ya? Come meet me. So tip 1, be intentional, know what you want, and don't compromise. Tip 2, go where aligned people are. If you're looking for serious relationships, I don't think your swiping on any app is enough. You need to network, friends of friends, go to events, go take classes. You really got to focus on quality over random matches. Tip 3, don't date potential. Fuck my life. If a man isn't showing up consistently, that's because he's inconsistent. He ain't ready. Period. Don't date potential. Don't date what's coming out of his mouth. Date how he behaves now. Tip 4, set your boundaries early. Avoid wasting fucking energy on men who can't meet your standards. Like, fuck off, would ya? Set your boundaries, stick to them, and do not let any man break them down. Tip 5, stay open but not naive. Okay? Chemistry is great, but we got to look for emotional stability, maturity, and respect. We love a little butterfly, instant connection, love at first sight. I'm all for it. Oh, man, the way they look at you like you're the only woman in the room, and you look at them like, however did I find you? You're my everything. And then you have amazing sex, and then you cuddle in. Oh. Yeah, chemistry is great, but is it long-lasting? You want consistency, stability, loyalty, honesty, maturity, and respect. And tip 6, reflect on your own patterns. I do this a lot. I'm very self-aware. I think I'm too self-aware. I've actually been told by my girlfriend, who is a psychologist, that I am too self-aware. She's never met anyone who is so eager to look inwards and rectify their patterns and their wounds and their emotional behaviours as I am, and she thinks it's one of my brightest qualities. I don't really enjoy it, but I do. I have a lot of self-reflection, and I look at my own patterns. So this is like, what do you learn from your past relationships? What attracted you to this type in the first place? Blah, blah, blah. Look at yourself, sit with your wounds so you don't repeat the same mistakes. So let's close this up, shall we? I'd say here's the bottom line. I don't think dating in your 30s is harder. I think it's clearer. And this could be your superpower if you let it. Dating in your 30s is not about scarcity or panic mode or whoever gives you instant validation, you're going to be with them, no care in the world about what happens after, or they're in a court. No. Dating in your 30s is about knowing your worth, understanding what you need, and refusing to settle for anything less. Yes, it's a smaller pool. Yes, people have baggage. We all have baggage. But the men you want, the men that are going to be long-term worthwhile, they are worth it. And the woman you've become, they are going to love you. You will find the one, I promise you. It happens. If you have to keep learning a few more lessons to break your own patterns, so be it. That next guy that comes along, the next guy, you might have to wade through a few more, but you will find someone who lights up your soul. And now you know, right? that that's the person. There's no second guessing. There's no what if there's better for me out there? Because you've already done it all. Like, this is my man. And that feeling is magical. And with that, I'm going to end this episode. Thank you once again for tuning in to me, Nixalina, and Can't Keep My Mouth Shut. So, go date, my mid-30s people. Go date intentionally. And remember this, let me leave you with this, because this is how I now date. This is how I now focus my mid-30s single dating energy. Chemistry is fun, but consistency is sexy. You know what I mean? Do you know what's unsexy? Fucking avoidance. Do you know what unsexy? Hey, how are you? Boring text and then vanishing. Do you know what's unsexy? Lying. Do you know what's unsexy? Having 3 different women and 3 different relationships, or maybe 3 different marriages. What's sexy is the man who's done the work his end. And I guarantee you're more likely to find that man in your 30s than you would have found him in your 20s. And with that, I will end this episode, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Thanks for listening to the Can't Keep My Mouth Shut podcast. Produced and hosted by me, Nixalina, and recorded in the Splice Cast Studios in Singapore. I'm available to listen to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, and all major podcast listening apps. Do subscribe to enjoy a new episode every Monday evening. Please do give me a 5-star review. It helps other people also find my podcast. For more content and features to read, you can check out my website, nixalina.com. That's nixalina.com. I'm also on social media. Simply search at Nixalina, Nixalina, to find me. Don't be shy. Come say hi.